haven't done in a long time. I am keeping it real. I know what you're thinking. Locking in gently, those don't go together. You see, there are times in my life where I tried to snap into a workout routine, eat healthier, you name it. But any rigid changes, they never lasted long. In my current season of life, as a mom, I'm all about gentle shifts. Maybe you're in a busy season at work or life is chaotic. I believe there's always a way to make tiny changes that can greatly impact your well-being. This week, we are locking in. No, but I really do want to have a healthy week this week. I have always struggled with this, especially lately, but keeping up with healthy habits, especially when it's busy. I wanted to make some goals for myself this week that I'll share throughout this week in my life video that I record. But today I'm about to work out because I have a goal of working out 5 days this week, 5 days in a row. Doesn't have to be at the gym, although I'm about to go to the gym now, and it'll hold me accountable because I'm going to share the workout that I do each day. It seems counterintuitive working out when you do feel busy, but I find I do have more energy when I am working out, and a lot of times it's just finding the time that I would otherwise be on my phone or taking too much time on another task. I'm gonna make a salmon recipe tonight, try to just make more wholesome, nutritious meals that are actually still tasty. And I have 2 that I'm trying this week, one I've tried before. Shall we get started? Shall we get started? It's Monday, we're feeling good. Just got to the gym, and for today's workout, I'm gonna do an incline walk. And then I found this Pilates abs weighted ab workout. I'm trying to work my abs a little bit more. Since having my son, for some reason, I just have not been working out my abs, but I should be working them out more than I did before to really regain that core strength. I've worked out the last few days and they've been a bit more intense of just running, strength training, so this is more of a chill workout, and then tomorrow we'll probably amp it up a little bit.
Yeah, what's the use? I just say playing these games. Love it soft in the light. Come on, meet me at the poolside. Play till while you're on my mind. We were never meant for this life. It's a wave and we're moving on. Summer's gone before you leave.
Yesterday we got Original Chop Shop, and for some reason they made 2 of my meal, which is amazing because now I have lunch today. This is a teriyaki chicken bowl with rice and Brussels sprouts, avocado, super yummy. I am gonna add a little bit of soy sauce. This is a small thing, but I'm working on just sitting and eating without doing anything. I have to remind myself that I'm not a raccoon who needs to scavenge in the trash and just eat random things sometimes. I am capable of sitting down for 10 minutes and just enjoying a meal, not multitasking. And if I ever get to a spot where I can't do that, something else has to give, because this is just a basic part of life. We are at my parents' house right now. We have been house sitting for them while they have been out of town, and that has been such a treat because we come over here 3 times a day. We're in the playroom. There are so many toys up here. Connor has a really good time up here. And of course I come over here when my parents are in town, but I never want to be annoying, so it's nice to have a reason to come over. Back home, I'm making some creamy Tuscan salmon tonight. I'm pretty sure my friend Rachel has tried this recipe. She put me on Natasha's Kitchen and I've been loving her recipes. And salmon is just one that I'm never super excited to make, so I will let you know if I like this one. It looks really good. I never really tried a creamy salmon recipe before. Recipe was okay, not my favorite. I don't think it was the recipe, but for some reason lately at night I just haven't been wanting to eat whatever I make, and then I want to eat something else around 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get out of that. I have some work that I need to do tonight. I'm gonna do it in bed. I just made my little sleepy drink. I make this seriously every single night before I go to bed, because if you struggle with insomnia or just winding down in the evening after doing so much. This is from Needed. I've shared them before. This is their sleep support supplement. If you've been here for a while, I have always struggled with sleep since, I would say, the last few years. Really, since getting married, it got better, especially when I was freshly postpartum. My mind was just always racing. I wish I knew about this then. I would highly recommend it when I say that this is something that has completely transformed just me feeling rested. I'm so thankful to be partnering with Needed on this video, especially because Needed was created by two mothers. They noticed that 95% of women are deficient in at least one key nutrient, which is crazy. From conception to pregnancy to motherhood, beyond whatever stage of life you're in as a woman, I'm just so thankful they're really filling in the gaps.
You can visit my link or use my code Michelle Reed to get 20% off your first order.
This sleep support is melatonin free. That's one of the biggest reasons why I like it. It also contains 3 forms of magnesium, L-theanine, and chamomile, which is why sometimes I do like to drink it hot, especially this time of year. It's just especially cozy, but I do drink it cold too sometimes. I think it tastes good either way. And especially this time of year, I love their immune support. I take that nearly every day. I'm all about a fun drink, and this one has elderberry, it has zinc. It tastes delicious, and sometimes I'll drink that just some point throughout my day. I am such a fan of any easy way to do something good for my body, and especially now when I feel the best physically, I am a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend, and I'm just a happier person. I'm happier in my own body. So
again, you can visit my link. It'll be linked down below, or use the code Michelle Reed for 20% off your first order at checkout.
Good morning. It's pretty early because we are going on a bit of an outing today. I have just been feeling a little bit bored, a little bit stuck in a rut with our daily activities, and I asked one of my friends if she was free to do this with me, and she wasn't. It's very last minute, so we're just going, Connor and I'm excited. I think it's just a farm. It's called Nash Farm and Grapevine. I've always wanted to do this with Connor. I think they have animals. They have an event calendar too. There aren't any events or anything today, so we're just gonna show up and see what it's like, and if anything, I will let you know if it's worth it. It's gonna be pretty hot today, so I wanted to leave as early as possible with him just since it is outdoors. But yeah, I think they have animals. They have a little boutique. We used to switch it up a lot when he was a baby, and since he's been a toddler, we've kind of been doing the same things every day. So it's time for a switch up. Being so much fun. I would highly recommend if you're in the area. So my kind of activity, just very chill. There's one other family there, but that was nice because Connor got to interact with some other kids. But they had a bunch of old tractors, they had sheep, chickens, and it was super low key. It's free. You just walk in and kind of go about. I do think they have events. They have a homeschool day. I know I saw a really nice morning, and I was gonna work out during nap time, but I think I'm gonna work out sometime later and instead prep some dinner stuff and just have a chill work session. This is my favorite way to spend nap time. It feels a bit more restful than working out during nap time. Tonight I'm making these honey garlic chicken bowls, and they are delicious. Not the healthiest recipe, but it's delicious, and I would rather make something I know we're gonna love. It's also watering day for the plants, as you can tell. Truthfully, this evening, I wasn't really feeling like working out, but I had committed to working out every single day this week, so we got in a leg workout from Sydney Cummings. These are killer, but they're only 30 to 40 minutes, simple with just some at-home dumbbells, and they really get you. And I know if I work out like this right before I go to bed, it's gonna be a great night of sleep.
Something I was thinking about in the shower. I think so much of discipline is about keeping promises that you make to yourself. And I find that this translates to so many different areas of my life, but especially as a parent. Something that's very important to me is always feeling like a strong foundation for my family and not wavering on things that I say. Not in a way of being like controlling and authoritarian, but in a way where I think especially children feel such security in knowing that their parents are just solid. Their yes means yes, their no means no. There's a verse about that I should have memorized, but I'll put it on the screen. And I find that that really starts with keeping those promises that I make to myself. I think a lot of times when I look at that verse, I think about, you know, when you're interacting with other people, but it really starts with yourself. Tonight was a night I wasn't necessarily feeling that workout, but I committed to it, so I was gonna make it happen. And I find it helps me do that in other areas of my life, whether that be things related to work or things related to my child, my marriage, just being a steady person who is good on their word. Now, I always want to be clear because I think about myself when I'm freshly postpartum. It's kind of that whole thing I've seen where it's like your favorite fitness influencer who has nothing but time saying we all have, you know, the same 24 hours in a day. I don't want to come off like that. And I think that there are seasons of life where you have to be especially gentle with yourself and be reasonable about the promises that you make to yourself, but in that, only make things that are realistic to you. I'm not trying to run a marathon right now because that's just not in the cards for me, but it has been a super chill, rainy morning, which I'm so thankful for because it brought in a cool front and it feels so nice outside. It's not chilly by any means, but it feels a lot better. Today, I'm doing something that I haven't done in a long time, and that is go to an F45 workout class. If you've been here for a bit, there was a phase where Aiden and I would both go all the time, and this was when I would say we were in just the best shape, felt super strong. It's such a great workout, and I found that I never got tired of it. It always felt different because the workouts really do feel different every time. They have strength days, cardio days, and it's a lot of circuit training. So I signed up for a drop-in class during nap time. I was thinking I'd only be able to go to a 5 a.m. class, but I saw they have one right around the time Connor naps, which works when Aiden's home, working from home. I believe today is a strength day. I was kind of hoping it would be a cardio day since I did a leg workout last night, but it's fine. I'm sure it's more full body, I think. I did want to share these shorts. I actually just ordered another pair last night. These have been my favorite shorts for working out. They're from Free People. They're their 7-inch biker shorts, and there's just something about these shorts that is so... I just noticed there's a puzzle right here. They just hold everything in together well, but they don't feel constricting. I would say they ride up a little bit when I run, but once I get going, I don't mind.
That was so good. The workout, you could either do legs or upper body, and I chose upper body, and it was so good, especially upper body workouts. It's so nice having a guide because a lot of times I go to the gym, I'm just not sure what to do. And then this F45 just had such a good vibe compared to the last one that we used to go to, which also was great, but this just felt like a better fit. I'm gonna see if I can figure out. Someone in the class was getting in their car and I got embarrassed. I want to find a way to fit this in somehow. I need to look at their membership options because I do still like running, which is what I do at the gym. I should probably just get a treadmill or just stop being a baby and run outside more. And of course, gonna have some electrolytes after my workout. From Element, of course, I do have a link that gets you a free sample pack if you're interested, but I really do drink these every single day. And if they're too salty, you can always do half a packet. Sometimes I'll do that. I've also been making my way through this homemade granola recipe. It is so rare for me to find a granola recipe that actually makes me want to put in the time and effort to make it. But this one was from Lauren Woods on Instagram. It's a coconut macadamia nut granola, and it is delicious. I find having a good granola like this makes me so much more likely to actually want to eat yogurt bowls because sometimes they just don't sound all that appetizing. Sometimes they do, especially when I have fresh peaches in the summertime. That's probably my favorite time to do yogurt bowls. I will link her recipe down below. It is pretty simple. I only had to buy the coconut and the macadamia nuts. Those were the two things I needed. And I didn't use any coconut extract. I totally would if I had it, but I just didn't want to buy it. I love a midday shower because my hair can dry throughout the day. I'm making an enchilada skillet tonight. I have made this recipe for years and years. If you've been here for a while, you know. But we have people coming over tonight. It's such a good, cozy recipe that's pretty nutritious. You can add vegetables pretty easily. Another thing I'm wanting to do is make homemade caramel because something about me, I love Granny Smith apples. I just think they're so tart and delicious, but especially with caramel. And I've been seeing it all over my Instagram. I think Kristen Johns just posted a reel about homemade caramel. No shortage of leaves around here. Oh my goodness! Good job, buddy. We just worked on some crafts. We have these two that one of these will be pumpkin pie, one will be a pumpkin. I've seen both on Pinterest. And then I wanted to make another turkey. This was our turkey from last year. It's crazy just how much taller the foot is. And then this paper I got to make gnome portraits. I found a tutorial on Instagram. It's adorable. And it's really cool. It's like this recycled paper, which I'll also use for scrapbooking. I will say now that Connor's older, he actually gets into this thing. He was helping me paint his feet. I did have to do some manual painting on some of these. Much easier now that he's older. In this chest, I got this at an antique store a while ago, but I have all of our past crafts, all of his little mementos, and he loves going through this now. Just pulling everything out and also pulling out the chairs, as you can tell. But it's nice it goes with our decor because we just have it here under this little nook, and I think it looks pretty good. It's been a little bit tricky for me to update you actually talking to the camera, so I don't remember the last time I actually spoke to you guys via camera to myself, but I'm just getting some work done. I've been loving working on our bar stools because, as you can tell, I love our kitchen. It's such a happy place to be, and it's just really cozy in here. But today's a work heavy day. I find these are the days it is so easy for me to skip a workout. It's just something that I don't find I have time for, but today I'm challenging myself to get it in, even if it's simple, even if it's 30 minutes. And I find having that mentality, I'm not wasting time right now. I'm not dilly-dallying because I know we have things to accomplish. I would love to actually go to the gym, so we're gonna make that happen today. Tomorrow we're having a family day with cousins that I'm so excited about, but that means I need to finish everything today. I also woke up in the middle of a horrible dream this morning. Every time that happens to me, I am so tired the rest of the day. So I am dragging my feet a little bit, but we're getting it in. Not every day is it easy. Not every day, like yesterday, I had so much motivation, so much pep in my step. That's not today, but it's still gonna happen. Ignore the fact that I was trying to clean something off my shirt. So I have a giant wet spot. Random thought. I was at the playground today with Connor, and he's really learning how to climb up things right now. He was climbing up the rock climbing wall that they have and just learning where to put his feet, where to put his hands. And so a lot of times I'm really supporting him at the base of trying to keep him up. And let me just say, that takes some strength. Every time I'm doing stuff with him, it just reminds me how physical it is being a mother. Always want to be able to keep up with our kids. That's just one of my biggest passions, to really have energy and have fun with them. And that is such a big part of my motivation now for going to the gym when I'm not really feeling like it. It's 4:30 right now. This is quite possibly the last thing I want to be doing. It'll keep you going. It'll keep you moving.
did it. We did our 5 workouts in a row. I only have 4 in this video, but I did work out the day before I started filming, and it feels so good. I realized too, when I'm working out, I'm so much less likely to spend money because for the most part, moving your body, exercising doesn't cost any money unless you're trying to get an F45 membership. I'm just busier moving my body, so I'm not mindlessly purchasing things that I don't need. Just another benefit. I am keeping it real. Tonight we're doing some frozen pizzas because it just be like that sometimes. I always like to have these in our freezer just for the nights when I don't want to order food, but I also don't want to cook food. I have some other leftovers I'm going to give Connor, but for us, we're going to enjoy these with a salad I'm going to make. Kind of is better oriented. And that is a wrap on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that we're able to just carry these habits into daily routines, not just make it a fun challenge for a video, but really implement these things throughout my day-to-day. Have some work I'm about to finish up and drink my sleep support. Again, if you want to check out Needed, I'll have them linked down below. Thank you for being here. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, friends.